Hello everyone, I hope everyone's doing well. In this video, we'll be going over information on the last two Persona 5 collaboration characters, information on the next rotating recruitment banner, and lastly, a teaser for another event. This is crazy. The pace at which Tordog Studios is pumping out content, without a doubt the developers are taking a step up from their usual game, and as always, they know how to captivate their audience. First on the list, information has been released on Joker and Queen's abilities. First, let's have a look at Queen. Queen is a 6-star yellow detonator. Her stats are actually pretty good. Most would be quick to judge a character based on their raw attack stats, but in this case, Queen's defense and health stats are spectacular. After doing a run through of my own yellow 6-star characters, she dwarfs them in those categories. She has about 300 more defense and 2,000 more health points than the average yellow 6-star. This could possibly have some impact on survivability. Her active skill, Get 'em, Jonah, allows her to deal 320% damage to all enemies and applies weak stacks. I guess the high damage multiplier isn't bad, but it's a damage type active skill, so it has very little impact in the momentum of battle. Her chain combo skill, Judgment of the Iron Fist, is a 2, 8, 12, with each respectively dealing 160, 120, 175 to a range of 1 cluster, a radio shape, and 2 clusters. Her chain combo is similar to Sharon's and Iridon's chain combo. I wouldn't say that her chain combo is the best, but the low chain requirement is useful in certain situations. Her equipment skill, You Can't Handle This. Queen deals 2 attacks that are both 60% of her basic attack. So instead of doing 1 normal attack, I'm assuming she'll do 2. And this plays well into her design of having those 2 brass knuckles. I'm really interested in seeing how they animate this. I guess this also synergizes with her stacking mechanics because now she'll be getting double because she's technically completing 2 normal attacks. Now, let's take a look at Joker. Joker is a 6-star red sniper. And wow, this is interesting. We don't have many options for 6-star red snipers besides Giles and Jonah. With the exception of Toru, which was only available during the Kobayashi Maids event. His stats right off the bat looks very high, and it is significantly high. His active skill, Come Arsene, allows him to deal 200% to a single target and double the exploit weakness stacks. Now, I think this is actually quite useful. Despite the low damage multiplier, the low CD or cooldown, and the ability to double the weak stacks can quickly change the tide of battle. Imagine, set an enemy up to 50 stacks, and then this active skill can immediately put the enemy into a weak status by getting to that 100 stacks. This can then be followed up by the special skill for additional damage. His chain combo right there is a 4, 9, 13 that each respectively do 150, 155, 160 damage, and all of them deal it to a range of 4 clusters. It's a decent chain combo with exceptionally good range at every tier of the chain. The damage multiplier isn't too bad either. His equipment skill, I'll Take It, will allow stacks to be redistributed after an enemy is defeated. At most, only 40 stacks can be redistributed to another enemy. When Joker changes role between team member and captain, the captain change count increases by 1. Oh wow, and can only occur once per round. This is broken, absolutely busted. That last line right there is the selling point of this man. This man's entire career is based on that single line. I don't even know what to tell you. It's busted. No other Persona 5 character stood out in terms of ability design, but Joker's ability is revolutionary. I guess it makes sense why they're so rebellious. Get it? Revolutionary and rebellious. Okay, I'll stop. I'm sorry. Looking at all the Persona 5 characters together, Joker is the cornerstone to a full Persona 5 roster. None of the other characters have abilities that can bring a full rainbow team together, especially a team full of DPS. There's basically 2 snipers and 4 detonators. Joker has the utilities needed to bring all the other Persona 5 characters into a functioning team, which I can actually see now. With that being said, should you roll on the Persona 5 banner? Yes and no. I don't think any of the Persona 5 characters alone will bring a huge change to your gameplay. I feel that if you want to collect these characters and use them, then Joker is a must. He needs to be secured for you to even have a functioning Persona 5 team. I think the Joker banner is a definitely must roll, so I might be biased, okay? I love Joker. However, taking a look at that equipment skill, it is something that is quite game-changing and possibly meta-changing. But before you commit to the Persona 5 banners, I have additional news. Another event will take place during the same time as the Persona 5 event. From July 14th until August 3rd, Journey at Dawn Wondrous Beast Encounters will be available to the players. This will be the first for Alchemy Stars. Never before have we had 2 events taking place at once. There are some pros and cons. It will bring a lot of content to the game, and there will be a ton of rewards for the players to consume. Now, that's assumptions. That's based on assumptions. Because there's 2 events, there should be more rewards, right? On the downside, there will be additional banners for players to choose from, and thus some players will have to decide on one and give up on the other. Or players could give in to the urges and spend their life saving on their lovely waifus and husbandos. That was a joke. Don't spend recklessly, people. The characters here in this banner look very attractive. I wonder what role they have in our grand story and what sort of abilities they'll bring to the gameplay. I have a feeling there will be a mini game mode involving wildlife in the Cloud Garden, but it's just a feeling. Last but not least, a quick preview of the next rotating recruitment banner. I would say that this is a decent banner to go for if you are in need of a good blue converter, because Sario does that job wonderfully. Sario was one of the guaranteed 6 stars from the beginner recruitment banner that is available to those starting the game for the first time. I will be doing a 10-time summon on this banner with hopes of picking up some Maggie dupes. Anyway, that is all from me. If you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, subscribe and hit the notification button. I hope all of this brings good joy to your hearts and gives all of you something to look forward to these next couple of weeks. Tor out!